Hello everybody, it's just me, Hollywood Joe again. I just wanted to give you a shout out, and a lot of people have been asking me about wrestling stories lately. What stories I have with wrestling and my involvement with pro wrestling. And I want to talk about a group of guys that have really meant a lot to me, and kind of my life even outside of wrestling. Back in 2008, I made my managing debut with another person. At the time, I was really good friends with the person, or so I thought. But then a couple months later, the promotion that I was working for, the CWM Championship Wrestling in Michigan, they decided to put me with a different group of guys. And different group of guys. I never met them before, never really knew much about them other than the times they wrestled for CWM. And the group of guys just happened to be the Gentleman John Campbell, Iron Man Cody Kelly, and Captain Effin' Cool at the time, Nick Van Cor. And collectively they were known as the Canadian Hit Squad. And the Hit Squad, really great gimmick, really strong heel characters, obviously, because they represent Canada, anti-America, and so when I was thrown into that role of being a few Canadians manager, it was kind of fun, because I knew instantly I would get some heat because I was representing Canadians. Outside of the business, outside of wrestling, John Campbell has been a very, very good friend and very good confidant when it comes to, not just wrestling stuff, but life as well. And, Nick Van Cor, he's always been fun to hang out with. And Cody Kelly, can't say enough about him. I'm really proud of what Cody's doing with himself, serving for our armed forces right now, and doing what he's doing. I think it's a great thing. I can tell you some of my favorite times with Hit Squad were we had some fun at the Twisted Bowl in Grand Rapids, Michigan, the nightclub up in Big Rapids, Michigan. I made my debut with them at the Rivertown Sports Complex in Granville, Michigan. That was when John and Cody were teaming, and Nick Van Cor made his debut for CWM, and that was pretty huge because we, obviously we won our, we won our matches and stuff like that. I think the most fun I ever had with John Campbell had to been this past summer when we had 2 outdoor shows in Grand Rapids, the Weekend of Metro Cruise. I'm not going to go into the details of how the shows went, but just, I was also with Josh Roderick and a couple other guys, and man, we just had such a good time. I remember John and Josh were trying to get me to shave my head bald and get me to join their Baldies Club, is what they were saying. Said, they say tough guys are bald, and it was a lot of fun. They were just ribbing me about it all day, and I kept making excuse after excuse of why I couldn't shave my head. And obviously I didn't shave my head. Trust me, if I shaved my head, I would have told you I shaved my head. But it was just a fun weekend. We all went out afterwards, and I tell you, the one thing I truly respect about the Gentleman John Campbell is he doesn't do drugs, doesn't smoke, doesn't drink that I know of. I've never seen him take one drink. And I always jokingly tell people that he's the straight edge Canadian and that he needs to join up with CM Punk, but that might be the first time he's hearing that. And he's definitely come a long way. I remember watching some of his old matches from the beginning of his career up until now, and between just overtime and training with the great Eric Freedom up in like Bay City and Gladwin and all the places that Eric runs. John has really come a long ways, and Nick Van Core's come a long way as well. Over the last year and a half or so, when it comes to shows, it's just been me and John for the most part. But me and John always have a great time, and like I said, the Canadian Hit Squad means a lot to me, not just in terms of wrestling and entertainment and going out and being bad guys. They mean a lot to me, just in life. I know if I ever needed them, they'd be there for me, and stuff like that. So I'm just gonna plug them and say, hey, if you ever see John Campbell, Nick Van Core, Cody Kelly, or them collectively as a Canadian Hit Squad, if you ever see them on a card, make sure you go to the wrestling show, because they will, they're worth the price of admission alone. And like I said, I can't thank those guys enough. And that's my wrestling story for everybody. Hope you guys enjoy, and make sure you comment below. Have a good day, guys.